The 2-week search for a convicted murderer who escaped from a Pennsylvania prison ended Wednesday after Danelo Cavalcante was captured, police said. The Pennsylvania State Police said they would hold a news conference at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time announcing details of the capture. Cavalcante was arrested in a wooded area inside the perimeter set up by law enforcement, a law enforcement source told CBS News senior investigative producer Pat Milton. He was arrested without incident around 8 a.m. today by members of the task force. Images from CBS Philadelphia's chopper showed a crew of officers in camouflage escorting Cavalcante. The escaped prisoner appears to be wearing a Philadelphia Eagles sweatshirt. Authorities said Tuesday Cavalcante stole a rifle from a Chester County garage and evaded shots fired by the homeowner as he fled the scene. Cavalcante, who was convicted of first-degree murder in 2021, escaped from Chester County Prison in Westchester at around 8:45 a.m. on August 31st. Chester County Prison's acting warden Howard Holland said that Cavalcante escaped from the exercise yard by climbing up a wall to the roof area, which is the same escape route that another inmate, Igor Bolt, used in May. Surveillance footage from the prison grounds, which authorities released about a week into their search, showed Cavalcante hoisting himself up from the ground by balancing between a fence and a brick wall, and using a crab walk to climb upward until he disappeared from the camera's view. His escape is under investigation by the Pennsylvania Attorney General's office. I think there are questions that Chester County officials are going to have to answer as to how this suspect was able to escape, particularly given the history at that jail, said Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro at a news conference Tuesday afternoon. A 34-year-old Brazilian national, Cavalcante was convicted last month of first-degree murder and sentenced to serve life in prison without parole for killing his former girlfriend, Deborah Brandao, in April 2021. He allegedly stabbed her to death, and the woman's young children witnessed the crime, CBS Philadelphia reported at the time, citing police. Cavalcante is also wanted in connection with a homicide in Brazil, according to the U.S. Marshal Service, and he was repeatedly described as extremely dangerous by law enforcement throughout that manhunt that involved hundreds of local, state, and federal officers. Cavalcante was seen multiple times in and around Chester County during the extended police search that led to school closures in the area and a temporary order to shelter in place. Initially, law enforcement focused the manhunt in the area surrounding Longwood Gardens, which is densely wooded and situated on top of a network of underground tunnels. Search efforts escalated considerably this week. On Monday night, a man believed to be Cavalcante was spotted by a driver along the side of a road near Route 100, but had already vanished when the driver returned to check the roadside before they reported the sighting. Mud prints matching the soles of Cavalcante's prison shoes were located and tracked to the shoes themselves, which Cavalcante had discarded. Around the same time, a resident in the area reported that a pair of work boots had been stolen from the porch outside their home.